There's so many people, isn't there, in this day and age now that simply don't trust the mainstream media, and with given right, because when you look at one of the biggest breaking stories of the last few days, it's this. That's right, it's the queue jumping of the TV presenters Holly Willoughby and Philip Schofield. And it's interesting, isn't it, because that story has rumbled on. It's not so much the fact that they jumped the queue. I think more importantly, a lot of trust is put into these people, seemingly because they present a lifestyle programme where they perpetuate the myth that they are the best of friends, and everything they're telling you, of course, is completely truthful. But now the wheels seemingly have come off on this particular story. So as ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London. I'm at the very side of a beautiful theatre. It's the Palace Theatre in the heart of London's West End. It's currently home to the Harry Potter play, doing incredible business, let me tell you, and rightly so. But more importantly, this was also the home of the very first Royal Variety performance for King Edward in 1912. That's right. That was the infamous one where the music hall legend Marie Lloyd was not allowed to appear because she was considered too risque singing songs like My Old Man and The Boy in the Gallery, stuff like that. All those musical legends that we enjoy and love. How times have changed. Or have they? Because with the mainstream media, as I say, it's interesting. This particular story is the big story. It's still ongoing, even today. And in fact, so much so that Holly Willoughby's contract with a clothing firm seemingly is now okay. But more importantly, Mr. Schofield's deal with a car manufacturer, We Buy Any Car, they've decided to take down his picture off their social media, for now at least. But also the picture gets even bigger because at that particular meeting, the people that they attended that non-queue with was none other than the executive producer, Mr. Martin Frizzell, the husband of former TV presenter Fiona Phillips. So you can see how this all sort of interclicks. You get the picture. The story now has also developed even further, not because of course Holly and Phil are more concerned about being caught out, when a simple apology would have sufficed and their careers could have gone on without all of this blemish. But more importantly from ITV stars. As we know, their other counterpart, Susanna Reid, queued for over 12 hours alongside her mother. And other ITV stars did this. But now, where are the other ones supporting Holly and Phil, particularly on social media? You know, they're co-presenters, nowhere to be seen. You see, this is how TV works. If you're going to go down and they believe that your end is nigh, then seemingly they don't want anything to do with you. If this all blows over, you'll get the picture that they're sending hugs and kisses, hearts and flowers, and everything will be wonderful again. But for now, right now, while this story rumbles on, there's going to be problems. And more importantly for Holly and Phil, it's now how they deal with this over the next coming days as to whether their career as the host of This Morning, of which they're rumoured to be on around about £600,000 a year, survives. If not, and if people stop watching and the advertisers decide to pull back, then that really means big trouble for the former once-loved presenters. But what is interesting is, where are your TV chums? The ones that smile alongside you on those publicity campaigns, the ones that tick everything that they like when you're doing well. But seemingly, when you're not, they're nowhere to be seen. As I often say here on this show, that's showbiz. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.